it's not really pedophilia, okay? They weren't trafficking 5-year-olds. It was like they were technically not legal.
What do you mean technically not legal, bro? And Nick is one of those guys who always, he's making jokes, he says the N-word faster than anybody in the world. I'm pretty sure he has the record on that. But it's like, this isn't even a funny joke. There's no punchline. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Based Network. I'm your host, Israel Populum. Today we have a very what the video today. Nick Fuentes thought it was a good idea to, downplay pedophilia. He was complaining about charitability, and I literally don't know what he was thinking when he was giving this take. I'm just going to let it play, because again, you're not here for me, you're here for Nick. What the
This whole pedo thing, it's like, is it really pedophilia? I don't want to be the one that has to say it, but I guess I'm being forced to say it. It's not really pedophilia, okay? They weren't trafficking 5-year-olds. It was like they were technically not legal.
What do you mean technically not legal, bro? And Nick is one of those guys who always, he's making jokes, he says the N-word faster than anybody in the world. I'm pretty sure he has the record on that. But it's like, this isn't even a funny joke. There's no punchline. He's just saying that 14-year-olds are technically not legal. Like, what kind of I just don't have words.
Big difference, in my opinion. I know that's a controversial take, but that's not really the issue there. Okay? The issue is not that they were barely legal teens, which is what it is. It's horrendous. It's awful. It's pedophilia. Okay, relax. No, the issue is that Epstein is a Jewish spy probably working with Israel. That's the dilemma there. He's working with Israeli intelligence.
The problem with that entire statement is it's completely destroyed by just one sentence. They can't both be bad? Like, why do you have to play which one's worse? Olympics. It's like, trafficking and 14-year-old girls up till 17. Or a foreign government is running a operation to blackmail politicians. It's like, which one's worse? Now, in terms of scale, maybe I can give it to him because I guess blackmailing is the the big thing here, and again, they're leaders of our country, so I can give it to you there. But how are they being blackmailed? By the worst crime imaginable, one of the worst crimes ever that you can think of. That's why it's the blackmail, right? They're not getting in trouble because they were cracking. You know what I mean? Oh, what? Oh, Bill Clinton was cracking. Oh, Bill Clinton got head by Monica Lewinsky. That's tabloid shit. You know what I mean? Of course, the president's not supposed to be getting head in the Oval Office, but we'll let that one slide, Bill, because you're chill. No, the problem with Bill Clinton is that he was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane and he was maybe cracking minors. Like, there's a extra level of what the are you doing? And evilness. And what makes it even worse, again, of this whole, because I'm trying to figure out, like, is he trying to defend Trump? He's been critical of Trump over this Epstein stuff before, so I don't know really what his angle is here, what he's trying to say. He's trying to, like, downplay it, or trying to be like, well, it's not that big of a deal, bro. And we're going to get into the next clip, which is another can of worms. Just from the super chat. The super chat alone is like, what the is going on? But I'm assuming that he's trying to emphasize the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent. I mean, if you just look at his email list, if you look at Ehud Barak going to his place almost every week or every month, it's very suspicious. I mean, if you look at his connections with Iran-Contra, you could find articles on that. I would tell you to read up on that. This video is not about Epstein, though. It's about Nick. So we can look here, too. Candace Owens responded, and she was like, Jeffrey Epstein sent 12-year-old triplets from a poor family as a birthday present for his French pedo, Jean-Luc Burnell. He rapes young girls as 11. Quite literally prepubescent for most girls. What are we doing here? And again, she's not wrong, clown on her for thinking that the president of France is trans, or the wife of the president of France is trans. Clown on her for doing all this Charlie Kirk stuff, but is she wrong though? Is she wrong though? She's not. So I don't know the angle here. And Nick will go in and he'll try to defend himself by, I guess, slipping on a banana peel and falling on his face, because I don't know what the this defense is going to be.
Raper Groy, percent $20.
I'm glad to hear that.
Raper Groy, percent $20. Niggas coming at you for the Epstein.
The name too, Raper Groiper. And then let's get into the super chat.
Age of consent is 14. Most of Europe is 16. Are they all pedophiles too? We've been so feminized we can't even admit 17-year-olds are hot anymore. And even if Trump was cracking 16-year-olds, I would just.
What's true that you can't say 17-year-olds are hot? As a 26-year-old? I mean, you can say whatever. You know what I mean? Go ahead and say that. But what? Well, you want to crack a 14-year-old now just because the German age of consent is 14? You want to move to Japan? You're gonna move to Japan when you turn 18? Because you watch anime and you want to crack 13-year-olds because that's the age of consent there? Why don't you go to Thailand? It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, number one, the name alone is hilarious. I'm just going to give it to you. If you look here, this is the stream cam. I'm going to start streaming soon, so keep up with that. So this is like forever unseen right here. We've been so feminized, we can't even admit 17s are hot anymore. Even if Trump was cracking a 16-year-old, I would just give him a dab up.
So,
like,
yeah,
oh, that's nice, man. So true, bro. So true. What are you doing here, Nick? What is this?
Honestly, first of all, everybody totally took that out of context.
What is it in context? What is the context for you saying that?
No charity either. I never get the benefit of the doubt. You take a 20-second clip, I say something you don't like, and people go, what the fuck? He took the pay. Fuck you. You know what I have to say? Like my president. Fuck you. You're fired. Like, straight up, if you don't give me the benefit of the doubt, I've been doing this for a million years. I feel like this all the time. It's like we're always walking around on eggshells not to offend the dumbest idiots on the platform. Like Stu Peters. Stu Peters is in the replies. This is gross. Dude, you're a fucking stupid loser. How dare you? You took a break from crashing your ATV drunk, beating the shit out of your wife, scamming all your followers to go and what? Call me gross because I said something you don't like? You
Low-key ate up on that shit. What the fuck is shit on?
don't even understand what I'm saying. You're not smart enough. So I'm done pandering to the dumbest idiots in the room. I'm done. Fuck you. I'm shaking you off. All of you dumbasses, I'm shaking you off. I said unpopular things 10 years ago when you were doing whatever you were doing, when you were hitting yourself in the face with a hammer. I'm saying unpopular stuff now. I've always said unpopular, heterodox stuff. I care about politics. You don't. For this is just the latest fad. You'll be on to some other thing in 3 years. So I don't need all that. But what I said, and the point that I'm making about Epstein, people are getting caught up in the sensationalism of pedophile. And I said this last year when the story broke. I said the exact same thing. I said, yes, they are sex crimes. Obviously, it is human trafficking. Obviously, according to the law, it is statutory rape. But it is in the service of a blackmail ring for intelligence. It is important not to lose sight of that.
The main problem I have here is that who's really contesting this? Like, I don't really see this going on around. Like, if you go on Twitter, if you go on YouTube, if you go on Instagram, if you go on TikTok, now TikTok's completely controlled by David Ellison, but we can ignore that for right now. If you go onto these platforms, the majority of people talking about Jeffrey Epstein are giving the Mossad angle. Like, that's kind of the objective truth of what's happening. So maybe I understand in the beginning of this, because a lot of people he's right, people do get caught up in the sensationalism of the situation, but it's because it's a pretty fucking crazy situation. And when they go to cover it up, yes, the fact that they're children, the fact that who they're molesting is children, does make it worse. You know? It does make it worse. Like, if I give you a big pile of shit with a nice spoon to eat, and I'm like, wait. Let me just piss on it real quick. Are you gonna sit there and go, oh, everyone's complaining about the piss, but, you know, there's a bunch of shit here, too. It's like, they're both fucking bad. You don't want to eat piss or you don't want to eat shit. Is it that hard? But again, it's like the reason why people are like, what the f- are you doing, is because you're literally saying that 14-year-olds or even younger on some of the allegations are barely legal. So what is the purpose of this? And this is something that I noticed of Nick is like, you know, he's a very sensational person. Obviously he's the most banned person on the planet. It's not a hidden fact that he is sensational. He says things that are unpopular, and it's like, sure, but welcome to the marketplace of ideas where people will shit on you. And now Nick is bigger, right? Now Nick is in the limelight. It's like, yeah, people are gonna clown on you if you try to downplay child. They're taking me out of No, they're literally putting you in context, and they're criticizing you for it. It's like, is this a big problem now? But I think he's literally trying to shake off people who are not fully loyal. Like, he's trying to shake off people who think for themselves. And there's like, oh, you have to cow down. And again, if you think he's just joking or whatever, then that's fine. Because I'm someone who, I tolerate all kinds of jokes. He's made jokes where he's like, oh, like, you know, if you're 14, call me. Like, that shit's pretty funny. You know, he's a funny guy. I'll slide with the pedophile joke. But I don't think it's a joke. So, and again, when you're saying here, it's people are forgetting that it's a Mossad scheme. It's like, maybe some people don't know that. Maybe some people think it's a conspiracy. But I think a good portion of people on the internet are talking about this. That's just a fact. That's just what I see. But let's see if he tries to reclaim the bag that he fumbled.
And this is a category error. People say you're a pedo protector. But Trump is not protecting pedophiles because they're pedophiles. He's protecting sex criminals because they are a part of a subversive intelligence network.
Yes. And they're all blackmailed. Yes. Everyone says that. When people talk about Epstein, they talk about the blackmail. They talk about the hidden cameras. They talk about the flights. They talk about... Like, are you just not paying attention to the Epstein story of what people are talking about when talking about Epstein?
And I said that in July, and I said that when there was more urgency for the files to be released in the fall. I said, let's not get too hung up on the sensational details of the actual sex crime, because this is not just about somebody was trafficking girls somewhere. That's not the story. The story is someone was trafficking girls to acquire blackmail to sell to Israel. That is the point. And
who denies that? And why do you need to say that 14-year-olds are barely legal, possibly 12-year-olds are barely legal, to make that point? You don't. That's why people are criticizing you. So you to be like, fuck you, fuck you. It's just corny, bro. It's fucking corny. I don't know why you're getting in this whole stupor. It's like, dude, it's pretty obvious why people are criticizing you. Just take the fucking L. Just take the fucking L. And that's it for today. I don't want to drag this off too much. I think I basically made my point. If you disagree, I mean, if you're brave enough to drop a comment down below and defend whatever the fuck this is, let's be honest. And again, it's like, this doesn't mean, oh, now Nick is a pedophile and he like, we can't talk to him anymore and we can't talk about him anymore. And it's like, no, it has nothing to do with that. It's just like, this is corny ass shit. It's corny ass shit, bro. What are you doing? Thank you so much for watching. Peace.